Welcome to the channel, everybody. This is Hardware Despair. My name is Ryan, and today we are playing RimWorld. This is our Fallen Jedi series, episode number 2. Let's go. So you can see everybody's sound asleep. Actually, where's Defiant? We're missing Defiant. Oh, hey, what's up, Defiant? He's out here building. This man is a quick sleeper, so... Yep, he's a quick sleeper. I'm sorry, he's a Wookie. He's not this man. This Wookie happens to be a very quick sleeper, so he's out here probably already. It's bright and early in the morning. Well, I guess dark and early in the morning. But yeah, someone commented too about how he must be a very old Wookie. Hey, what are you doing? He's trying to get away from us because he does have a white beard and stuff, and that is true. I actually set his age even lower too when he was originally spawned, because I didn't change much about him. He was one of the original colonists that I just changed a bit. You know, like I beefed him up, changed his traits and stuff, but in terms of his appearance, I didn't change him at all. I did bring his age down a little bit. I think he spawned at like 137 for a Wookiee, but I was like, I don't even know if that's too old. Like, I don't want some elderly Wookiee, so I actually brought him down a couple decades. But yep, he does have the gray beard and mustache. Let's check on some of the others. Now, I also got a lesson in the difference between Leku and oh, I've forgotten the name of what these guys actually have. Okay, so Torgruta have Montrals in addition to Leku. Leku hang down. The Montrals are the horny projections on Ali's head here. But yeah, so I did get a lesson in that as well, and I appreciate all the comments here giving me the Star Wars lore. I'm not an expert on it, and a couple people pointed out that if these are fallen Jedi, shouldn't they be dark side? But I didn't think they were fallen in that sense. They didn't turn to the dark side, and that's what caused them to fall. They were just, they fell in love, you know? So maybe they were, Pilar and Rico were Padawan and Master, and they, you know, they tasted the forbidden fruit. They fell in love with each other and got banished because of that. But that doesn't necessarily, in my mind, mean that they have suddenly given up their light side ways. You know, they're still going to be good people and adhere to the philosophy of the Jedi, even if they don't necessarily, you know, go on active missions and stuff anymore. But that's just my outlook on it. But all that aside, we do have a new member. As I've mentioned before, we're going to be basically, this is a good playthrough, and it's something very rare for me. I'm usually pretty evil by nature, but so we are going to accept all comers. Anybody who wants to join, like Priscilla here. She was not one of the original members, but she landed, and of course we rescued her, and she wanted to join. So actually she happens to be the sister of Pilar, so that's pretty cool. We've got a family member. I believe she is. She should be. Well, maybe she's not. I thought she was. I have to double check that again. Huh. Pilar's not even listed here. Anyway. Oh, wait, there it is. Acquaintance. Priscilla Kelly. Well, interesting. I thought she was a relative, but maybe that was a different pawn. Anyway, so we've got Ninja here, too. I don't know if he's going to stick around. He hasn't told us yet, but if he did, it'd actually be kind of cool. He's a decent pawn. Look at this guy. Tough brawler. Chemical fascination isn't so good for us, but... I mean, it's actually not part of our ideology that we can't do drugs. I've just made that like a self-imposed rule. So if I go to social, we should be able to take a quick peek at our ideology real quick for anyone who missed it in the first episode. That there's individualist, pacifist, light, and emancipation. And again, there's no like abhorrence towards drug use, so that's kind of helpful towards us. I did kind of give us some disadvantages though in terms of our ideology, because we don't have any specialists available. There's no production, no shooting, or any kind of specialist at all. So that's definitely a handicap we've imposed on ourselves in addition to the overall difficulty. But I'm kind of hoping the abundance of force powers, because each one of our 4 original members is force sensitive. Whoop, party time. This is like their second party. All right, we've actually got some skills here. Let's give him, or some points, I should say, points available. So let's do the force pool. We want to make sure that's good. And I'm going to focus in. Oh, he's... Okay, so we need gray. So actually it looks like we can't focus right away. We're going to have to distribute the points in other light side powers till he gains light side effect. Okay. That'll work. That's good news. All right, let's speed things up for a little while, see how it goes. Oh boy, just on a side note, it is so good to be playing with mods again. The quality of life mods that, like, for instance, let me build within unmined structures and stuff. It's so great. I'm so glad to have mods again. All right, look, we've got the Force Awakening. Pilar has opened up. I'm not really sure. I didn't even think about when I generated these people. She's not a good example because I also messed up her traits, but I made all of them into just Force sensitive as opposed to going ahead and placing them as a Jedi or whatever. For whatever reason in my mind, I was thinking that wouldn't work properly. I think in the old days, before this mod was updated or whatever, that might have been an issue, but I can't remember. I went with Force sensitive for all of them, even though they are fully fledged Jedi, according to the lore we've come up with. Now here's an interesting... We've got a tax. So the Galactic Empire, should we pay their taxes or should we not? Let's see here. I want to be able to... I have to do it right away. I can't. I wanted to look at the other factions real quick, but we can't. So I got to make my choice. Okay, so I think for now we'll go ahead and pay the taxes. Of course, we can always, make enemies of them later on. But again, according to our own lore, the lore that I've decided on, these are law-abiding, people. So if the Empire imposes a tax on them, they'll pay it. But of course, let's see, what do we got here? Oh, yeah. I do have the hospitality mod installed here, but for right now, I'm just going to refuse visitors until I have beds, so we don't get those pop-ups a whole bunch. Now, before I forget, let's go ahead and place points for Pilar here. We're going to start her off on the light side. They're all going to be light side. Yeah, I don't think we can do the Force Ghost right away, so I'm going to give them some heal others. That's probably one of the more handy spells for them. All right, sounds good. The party's over. Let's go. All right, so how does she have tattered apparel? Oh, this is the new colonist. I'm sorry. For a second, I thought that was one of the originals. Ooh. Yeah, she needs a whole new set, doesn't she? She also needs pants. Yeah, she's going to need pants. Well, unfortunately, as I was digging out this area here, this is going to be something. I'm probably going to convert it into our stockpile, quite possibly. Maybe, actually... I'll leave the stockpile here and we'll turn this into our barracks, I think. But we did hit a vein of steel, which is bad, because that means we're going to definitely increase our wealth with that as we accumulate it. Let's check out our wealth, because at 500% difficulty, we've really got to manage that and stay on top of it. So right now we're not too bad. Statistics, overall, colony wealth, 24K. So we need to stay below 80. That would be ideal for now, as long as we can. So what I'm going to do actually is convert some of this steel into electrical equipment, electrical generators here. So we need probably, what should we go with? I'm thinking, well, we don't have the solar panels yet, so we'll go with the wind turbines. That's going to be good. It's just kind of a shame because we're going to have to stay on top of the tree cutting here. Possibly what I can do is set it up over here near our garden, which is always good. Eventually I have to move it though, because we do have our facility, or the steam geyser right there. Let me go ahead and play around with a few spots and I'll show you what I end up with. Okay, well, we still lack the components, but I've actually set up some mining orders for those, so it shouldn't be too long. But we're going to get these right here. The only thing I don't like about these is that they're kind of in the line of fire from our front line, but we can fix that. Okay, well, now you can see I've laid down some granite walls here, so these will be barriers. Of course, we've got a few gaps so our people can run in and out behind them, because they'll serve multifunction. They'll protect some of our stuff within the compound, but also they'll allow our colonists to get out of line of sight if they're getting too hurt or whatever. Now, another important thing is to decide where we put our hospital and prison. I like to keep those real close to the front line, and then keep them side by side, basically near each other, so the medicine can be all localized in that area and it's a little bit more efficient. So let's see, let's go do some orders. I'm feeling like we've got to choose a side. I'll either put them over here, we'll dig into the mountain, or over here. Now obviously I'm not too worried about insects right now. I mean, we'll get some infestations, but we'll just have to deal with it. It's not going to be the end of the world. Infestations aren't, that tough. As long as we can, one thing I should do right here immediately, actually, is go ahead and close this off. Yeah, so if we do get an insect spawn inside this area, because this would likely be the first place, they'll be contained, hopefully. Hopefully they don't spawn out here. Let's check the roof. It's a great way to figure out where insects can spawn at. So yeah, They could actually spawn outside right here, but we'll see what happens. We'll just have to play it by ear for now. All right, Priscilla is fully healed. Welcome, welcome to the colony, Priscilla. Now let's see, what is she up to? I did already set her work order. She's going to learn to be a handler. She's got a little passion for it, but she's got no skill. But that's okay. We don't even have any animals yet, so it's not a big deal, but we'll get there. Also, I think, man, we've got 2 artists already, which is pretty cool. What I might do is just let... I don't need both of them right now. Eventually we will, probably, but she is a lot better than he is. So I might just go ahead and set him to research. Yeah, keep him researching. Put her on the art bench instead. Oh, man. Another thing to consider is that she is a different ideology than we are. So it's not the end of the world. It's just I hate to have to accommodate to other ideologies. Let's see, like, what? Oh, man. Tunneling, craft culture. So yeah, there's going to be some things we just can't do for her, which will keep her upset. So I've got Allie going to try and convert her, but she just hit her with the conversion thing, and this is how much it took her down. So yeah, because Priscilla, she got a skill. She's a masochist. I don't know. She's just really hard to convert, but that's going to be tricky too with this particular colony because we can't jail her and then force conversion on her. We're not going to do that, We're not that kind of people. So, that's going to be tricky. Well, as one joins, another one leaves. So Ninja did not decide to join our colony. That's okay, buddy. Maybe the austere life of a Jedi isn't one for Ninja. It's too bad, though, because he was a good pawn. But we'll see you later, my friend. All right, the wind turbines are up and they are working. As you can see, I've planted some potatoes and some rice here right in front and back. That'll keep the trees out of the way. Now we just got to get things connected here and also upgrade. I went with the regular stove. Of course, we had to start with that. I think originally in the first episode, I placed the electric stove first, but then I realized, oh, what the heck am I doing? I don't have electricity. So, but now we can upgrade. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to slap this here, and then I'm going to leave this built for a little while so I can copy these orders and paste them on this one, and then I'll deconstruct the fueled stove. So there we go. It shouldn't take too long. We just we need to get these moved too. So let's get those components in there. Hey, Rico, you're not doing anything important. Oh, actually, he was doing very important stuff. Getting our first batch of medicine in. That's huge. Now, we only have a 20-day growing period here on this particular map tile because this is Boreal Forest. We're fairly north. So if we go to our world, we'll see. Oh, is it going to show me the terrain info? No, probably not. Maybe. There it is. All right, so if we go to terrain, 20 of 60. Now, usually that's just an estimate. Sometimes it can go longer. Sometimes it can be shorter if you get to certain events, for sure. But we've got to get as much food done and stored as possible. The good news is if we want to do like a walk-in freezer, we can probably just put some vents to the outside. Or at the very least, we only need like 1 or 2 refrigeration units for a large size. So that'll be handy. Cut down on electricity cost. Oh, man. We just got a very important announcement. I was wondering how long this would take, but of course we've got 2 couples here, and one of them is just now pregnant. Pilar is pregnant, folks. So that's going to be interesting. Inspect baby genes. Yes, please. My black hair, red hair, skin color. Okay, Metalla. All right, well, they are both baseliners, so nothing too fancy here. But one thing I did kind of want to do with this colony for sure is play around with the genetics. So I just didn't expect us to have babies so early on. But actually, that's pretty sweet. Having children around is quite nice, actually. At first, when they first released this DLC, I thought it might be kind of a pain, but they've really designed the child system pretty well. I'm enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to having some babies here in the colony. Oh, well, just like I was saying, if certain events happen, then it can shorten the growing season, and we just got a cold snap. All right, started on the 15th of August. That's the summer. So, yeah, we're in peak growing season right now. Man, oh, man. So let's actually take a look. Food levels are super low. We're going to end up eating a lot of meat, I think. Let me check Allie out real quick. I want to see what her cooking's at right now. Okay, so she's at a 9. I've got her cooking fancy and simple meals, like in conjunction. So if she can't do fine meals, Or I'm sorry, I said fancy. I meant fine. So then she'll move on to simple ones. But she's not keeping these shelves stocked pretty well. And that's just because I don't think we have enough food coming in. So it's time to start doing some hunting. Sad fact is we're using bows and arrows here. So I'm tempted to go for all 4 of these. I guarantee you this group here is going to attack our hunters. Watch. 100%. 100%. All right, well, it wasn't the entire group. I got lucky because Priscilla split this one off from the herd. The herd's still down here to the south, but it did turn and attack her. So, I mean, it's not just bad luck. I mean, they're poor hunters right now. So they're, oh my God, hurry up, Priscilla. Get your butt moving, please. Yeah, so at least she's hitting it, though. I mean, she might be in melee combat right now if she hadn't already hit it a couple times. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we just got... I didn't realize that speed was set so high. I do that all the time. All right, keep moving, baby. Come on, guys. Time to take out this sucker. All right, we're going into the water. I think they can handle it. There we go. Oh, it's turned on Defiant. Get out of the way, Defiant. Whew. Oh, thank goodness. The Battle of the Muffalo has ended. Well, I've got this interesting notification here saying low corruption on Priscilla. I'm not sure what mod this is associated with. It's got to be one of the vanilla ideologies, but it says these people have too low corruption need, less than 10%. If they reach 0 corruption, they will be easily swayed to a different ideologian, which is what we want. Build obelisks to maintain their corruption need or perform incantation rituals to increase it by 10%. So yeah, I've never seen that kind of thing before. I don't even know where that's located. Where the heck is her corruption level? But I'm not going to mess with it because we do want her to switch. So I'll be interested to pay attention to that as things progress. Okay, the pigs have come for a raid. So we've got the Mugmaws here. They're attacking immediately. 353 raid points. Shotgun, couple of pistols. What has he got? Grenades? Is that straight up just grenades? Oh, man, that's going to be rough. Another shotty. Yep, okay. And we've got 5 bows here. So we've got incredible fortifications, though. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play it coy. We're going to hide behind our walls here out of sight until they exhaust themselves on our traps, and we'll see how it goes from that strategy. Okay, here come the first of the piggies. Yep, like I said, they'll just play around in the traps for a little while. Oh, this guy's the smart one. Smart or dumb, depends on if you're the one getting hit by the grenades, huh? Oh, he tossed a grenade, though, at our walls. All right, now they're... Okay, looks like most of them... Okay, yep, hit the traps. Most of them have picked a target. Okay, that one's down. This guy's down. See what I'm talking about with these traps? We don't even have to expose our people to danger. Okay, good night. Good night. And these could just be straight up walls, too. Even if I didn't have the Embrasures mod turned on, we could just do this with a wall setup. The good news, too, is once these guys destroy a square, they'll just pick another square to go to. All right. Oh, Pilar, what are you doing? Where are you going? I didn't tell you to go anywhere. Hold on. All right, we're going to take some pot shots at them as they run away. Oh, watch yourselves. Don't get shot. Oh, nice one. All right, not bad, not bad. What did we get out of that? So we've got, a pump shotgun. That's pretty huge. Let's see. Also a good auto pistol and another shotgun. Whoo. Okay, that just gave us a huge upgrade. Some people are still going to need to be using bows, though. So let me kind of sort out who gets what here. Okay, so I'm actually going to give Allie the pistol here, and Defiant and Priscilla are getting the shotguns. Also, I went in and changed the traits. It was really bugging me that I messed up Pilar's traits and gave her 3 undergrounders. I don't even know how I did that. But I went in. I had to go into the dev options and stuff and go ahead and change that, but I improved it, so no longer have to look at that error, which is good. Now we've got a couple of bows that they dropped, so we're going to go ahead and take, look at this disgusting pig over here eating the body of another pig person. God, can you believe it? Only on the RimWorld, I'll tell you what. But we are going to go ahead and get these bodies moved. I forgot to install one particular mod. It's like one of the most important ones, the Haul Urgently mod. So I'm going to have to go ahead and do that for sure. Huh, well, it is the weirdest thing, but I went and searched for it on the forums or in the workshop, and I could not find the Haul Urgently mod. I'm not sure. Maybe I need to spend a little bit more time searching for it. It's probably in there somewhere. I just couldn't find it. Maybe I spelled the word haul incorrectly. No, but no worries. We'll just have to manually do it because our colonists do not like the sight of these bodies. So I've got a dumping zone set up over here, kind of in this little valley. Ooh, and I just noticed there's some. Yeah, we're gonna get those components out of there. I've got 22. That's a little bit much, but let's check that wealth. Yeah, we're pushing 30K, so I gotta watch it. But also remember, I've got a whole bunch of wood. We've got 1,300 wood right now, which is about to go right into this. Oh, I just noticed another pistol here. That's huge. Okay, let's give it to Pilar, I think is the better shooter. Yeah, slightly better shooter. So we'll give her the pistol. But yeah, also we are going to be on the lookout for any lightsaber components we can use to build a lightsaber for some of our Jedi here. You know, just because they were banished and stripped of their weapons doesn't mean they aren't going to try to replace them at some point if they have the opportunity. You know, just for good, just for defense, of course. But yeah, that'll be pretty nice and overpowered once we get that going. Well, I think instead of hunting these last two Muffalo, I'm going to try and tame them. Now, I don't hold out much hope here because, yeah, Randy likes to send these guys into a frenzy whenever we try and befriend them. But we'll see how it goes because, yeah, it'll be much nicer to have a pen full of Muffalo than will be just to hunt the occasional ones that roam through the map. Oh boy, well, I actually noticed that we couldn't do the taming because we don't have any food for the animals. We're strictly going off meat right now during the winter. So, yeah, I'm going to have to actually get them to harvest some of these old berry bushes around here. The good news is we'll probably get some more heel root out of it. But, yeah, next season, I tell you, as soon as we can start growing, I'm going to have to take full advantage of every space of soil we've got here. Because, yeah, we're going to need to really, really overplant to prepare for a long, long winter on this map tile. Oh boy, well, Pilar has a warg hunting her right now. Let's see if she can't take this sucker out. Why isn't she shooting? Come on. She doesn't have the best shot, and it's hard for her to stay on it because it's not actually technically enraged right now. Alright. Oh, there we go. Alright, time to move. Time to move. I'm going to put her behind the walls here. There we go. She's running and gunning now. And she's getting a bit more accurate. This is good, though. Actually, we need the food. So we're going to be eating warg tonight. Okay, now we have enough berries and stuff for Pilar to give it a shot. So let's see what happens. Failed. Okay, well, hopefully we'll get there. Hey, look at that. Well, I was worried for nothing. It looks like Rico has converted Priscilla. That is so awesome. That just goes to show you the way of the light side is so compelling that anyone who's exposed to it for long enough will switch over. And I only hit her once with the conversion spell or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the convert ability. Only took her once, and then she just naturally converted. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever actually had that happen. So good job, Rico. So part of their ideology is that whenever an Aurora comes out, they really get a buff from it. So they get +5 for an amazing Aurora. And that is due to their ideology. You can see it gets a little buff there. So I woke them all up intentionally just to come outside at night. But it was worth it. Now they all got a small mood buff from it. Oh man, these Jedi, they partied more than any group I've ever seen. This is like their third party since the colony founding, but that's pretty good. We also got a flame bow from that vendor that just stopped by. So that's pretty awesome actually, because Rico's the last one to use a bow. I'm going to switch that out for the flame bow, absolutely. So that was a good upgrade. I'm anxious to actually see how that performs. Oh boy, well we've got a solar flare and a raid happening all at the same time, although it doesn't really matter because we don't have any power dependent stuff. Oh, it's a melee raid. You know what that means. It's going to be a slaughter. Well, for this particular raid, I kind of want to avoid these guys using up our traps because it's really wholly unnecessary. We're just going to be able to shoot them right through our embrasures. So I've got the whole group coming right up here. Excellent. Good job, guys. And hopefully we can take these guys out before they start running into our traps. We'll see how it goes. Let's speed things up a little bit. There we go. They're too slow for my taste. Here we go. Starting to get in range. Let's see how this flame bow operates. Oh, Rico's shooting flames. Oh, they just gotten... Pilar, what are you doing with that piece of wood? Come on. Get your gun out, you silly. All right, there we go. Yeah, one of them hit a trap, but that's okay. Let's move a couple of people over here. Oh, and now they're hitting several traps. Come on, guys, take them out. Ooh, I don't know about Rico's flame bow. This might cause more trouble than it's worth with all these fires it's setting out there. Oh, boy. Well, there they go. Yeah, the flame bow, See, because now I have to worry about running out there and extinguishing these fires, especially if I want to keep this stuff. Or, for instance, I actually have a shooting target set up to be built. We're just kind of short on the cloth right now, but yeah, maybe the flame bow isn't the best thing. It was cool, and it might be good in some situations if we want to burn our stuff or, to reduce colony wealth. So I'm going to keep it around, but for right now, I think I'll just let this stuff burn and not use it anymore. Let's take a quick look at this person. Careful shooter. Well, I tell you what, regardless, our mission is to rescue all people. So we're going to capture this person. And we will, I don't think we're necessarily going to try and recruit this one. Careful shooter. If we had a shooting specialist role, I might consider it, but we don't, so I'm not going to worry about it. But we will just catch and release, just like you do when you go fishing. So we're going to catch and release all prisoners, unless I see somebody I really, really like. Well, I'm not really sure why, but... Defiant has the -30 debuff for attacking a person. I don't know why that is, because we were just defending ourselves in that raid and nobody else got that buff, or that debuff. Huh, I'm not sure. We do have a slept in the cold one, which I noticed, and so I do have some heaters going again. These guys should be fine. No more sleeping in the cold for them. But yeah, that's really strange. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's... Did he shoot at them before they officially attacked us? I don't know. That's weird. I mean, I consider if they're raiders on our map, we should be, they should be fair game. But boy, that is a big hit right there. -30. Wow, wow, wow. I have to watch that, see if we get that in the future. It's only 5 days, but yeah, he's on a major break risk right now. So we got to watch that. Nobody wants to deal with a Wookie on a mental break. And as we wrap up today's episode, we'll take a quick look at the colony wealth. You can see we're at 32K right now. So we're, like I said, really trying to keep that low because we don't want to incur the wrath of Randy just yet. Although we are really getting prepared. Although Pilar really loves that piece of wood as opposed to her little weapon. So we're going to have to force her to take that on. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's episode. If you enjoy the content, consider hitting like and think about subscribing. It really helps grow the channel. Also, check out the description down there for the different links I've got. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and now check out this fan art by a couple of my Discord members, Finn and Vita. It's pretty good, and I love the cuttlefish.